All right, I'm going to give you a little demonstration of nauli, or, well, not really nauli. What I'm going to show you is a stomach vacuum. So this is the whole technique of exhaling as much air as you can so you can pull your diaphragm up and basically just create a vacuum and a cavity underneath your rib cage, all through your midsection. You're pulling your organs in. And what this does really is it forces you to use the muscles in your abdomen, the diaphragm, all the muscles that kind of weave around there, and hold on to tension. This can help for toning. Once you get used to this kind of thing, you can start to isolate the muscles and move around. You can move your hips while you're doing this. And initially just play around with the tension and see where you want to take it. The big limiter here is feeling out what you can do, but also you're doing this holding your lungs empty, which makes it kind of hard. So you got to go back and forth with it a few times and feel it out, and just try to hold as much tension as you can as you keep yourself empty to create that sort of cavity. And I'll show you nauli a little bit. I'm not very good at it because I don't practice it very often, but I'll give you some possibilities about what you can do. Now, it's possible to do this sitting, or I usually find this like sitting on my shins with my knees down on the floor to be okay. Usually I prefer to do this standing at a little bit of a squat. So I'm just going to bend my knees, keep them out wide, and just fold down a little bit. And then just take a deep inhale and get some air. And then when you exhale, you can empty it all out. I'm going to let that go. One thing I should mention, when you exhale, what you're actually trying to do is keep your throat closed, and then you pull, you almost try to inhale as though you're pulling breath down toward your belly, but without allowing any air through your throat. And that's what really helps create the tension, so your abdomen pulls in and everything comes in tight. Now, some of what I'm doing here is just moving through the hips, and you're going to feel that as a bit of a stretch, basically along the sides, the obliques, and this kind of thing. And if you can, it's possible to isolate the abdominal column, and if I was good at this, you'd see that sort of stirring from side to side. You can sort of turn your organs around, which is very hard to do. I was better at this when I was doing this more regularly a few years ago, but just something to play around with. You can just go back and forth with that in and out, or again, you can twist this a little bit side to side. And I'll give it one more demonstration. And like I said, usually you're not going to do this for too long a stretch. It is a little intense because you don't have any air in your lungs. But it is something to play around with, and it does help you tune into those muscles in your core, basically everything that links the rib cage to the pelvis, so all that space around the abdomen. So it's something good to mess around with anyway. Hope this helps.